Hey, Pisces, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your March 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Pisces, welcome. Your key themes for the month of March. You have trust, action, and soul lessons. So I am getting here an energy here of taking a leap of faith, but because you've gone through some lessons in the past, that may be a fear, or that may be a limiting belief, or a situation that sometimes holds you back from taking action. And we'll dive further into that here in a moment. Now, bottom of the deck, what you are working on subconsciously, maybe what you don't quite see coming, and messages from your higher self. You have detox, you have timing, and you have law of attraction. So I do feel it's important for you, Pisces, to eliminate toxicity from your life, okay? And trust that your body knows what it's doing, right? You don't have to tell your heart to beat. You don't have to tell your food to digest. There's this energy of blind faith. I feel like you are being guided to withdraw from drama, and maybe that's part of the soul lessons here for you. If there's drama in any area of your life, your family, your work, your love, your health, you are being guided to learn, right? To learn and gain the necessary teachings or education or knowledge so you can turn that into wisdom and become stronger because of it here. So withdrawing from drama, getting healthier in the body and in the mind is showing up here. You also have maybe going on a cleanse or a diet, or just releasing things that no longer serve you, because that's going to bring in more flexibility. Now, timing is important here. I feel like the time is now because you have action. But again, because there's still a little bit of fear or false evidence appearing real, maybe some drama or something toxic, you're having a difficult time attracting with the law of attraction, right? Attracting this change. But I feel like you're being guided this month. You're really being guided to trust, because the trust and the action are your first two big energies coming out here. It is taking a leap of faith. Maybe this has to do with fidelity or commitments. It may have to do with your stability, getting honest with yourself or getting honest with another. Pisces, this is all about maybe loyalty. Who are you being loyal to at this time? If you're being loyal to something that's no longer serving you, that may be toxic, that may feel quite heavy, or maybe it's a relationship that's not based on trust, I feel like that's what you're supposed to be taking action on, moving in a direction where you feel more stable, you feel more connected, you feel more trustworthiness, honesty, and commitment, because you have your action. And I feel like with Pisces being the primary energy, right, for the majority of March, by the way, happy birthday for you, sun sign Pisces, I feel like you're going to have an extra oomph of energy, right? We typically do around our birthdays, and it's going to give you more motivation to release and let go of what no longer serves you. It's going to have you reflecting on maybe the past year of your life, what's been working, what's not, and how you want to move forward at this time, right? What do you want to do this next trip around the sun? And I feel like that's your focus here. Now, diving into the tarot cards, I can't help but notice you have 4 cups showing up here, 4 cup cards. So you're definitely in your element. You are all about fantasy and creativity, as well as emotional, flows flowing up and down. It's like the tides, right? The tides go in, they go out. And I feel like this is a really great time to take action on your desires, on your dreams, your wishes, because you have here the Dream Weaver. This is the King of Cups showing up here. So this is you in your masculine energy of taking action. It flows beautifully here. Now, of course, you're independent. You see the black cat, but you're also very soft and gentle with the sheep here. There's the energy here of purity with the white. And then you also see the frog that's looking directly at him. And this is also about transformation. And then there's another message here. Take the leap of faith, right? Frogs take leaps. And I feel like you are being guided to follow your heart at this time, but follow your intuition as well, because your intuition is leaking out into your, emotions as well. And I feel it's important to listen to your words, listen to how you talk to yourself. There is an energy here of compassion, of healing, of helping others. And you can see that he has a small child, which most likely is his child. It could be even nurturing your own inner child as well. But I feel like there's a lot of love illuminating from you this month, as there typically is, Pisces, but you are the dream weaver, and it's time for you to really take action on some of those dreams that maybe you've put on the back burner. Some of you may be in a healing profession. Maybe you are a coach or a therapist or a doctor, but I also feel like this is a time for you to really get in touch with your emotions, with your dreams. Okay, that's why you have trust here, because everything you've gone through in your life, Pisces, with the soul lessons, has brought you to exactly where you are in this moment. And I feel like this moment, this time of your life is invaluable. There is an energy here of moving to the next level and trusting your heart and your soul to lead the way, because you're weaving something quite magnificent, quite beautiful. Now, what is that? I mean, it could be community. It could be soul tribe. It could be service, being of service to others. I also see something here with the King of Cups about emotional intelligence, and you've had to learn maybe patience. You've had to learn to nurture your own self. You've had to learn to trust yourself. You don't get to the King of Cups status without being the Page of Cups, without being the Knight of Cups, right? So I feel like you've come a long way, and you have this innate wisdom about you that other people admire. Okay, you are admired, you are respected, but I also see that there could be a really beautiful love offer coming your way as well. So next up, we have the Three of Wands. Beautiful energy here. Three of Wands, it's showing up as refresh, like a refreshing type of energy, because your ships are coming in. You can see them. You are able to see some sort of growth. You see that there is the inner child, and it goes to, the maiden. And you are able to see some sort of growth either within yourself, within your own children, within your career, within a relationship. And I feel like there's a burst of fresh energy, and that makes complete sense as we roll into the astrological new year, right? Aries energy and the spring equinox, which is showing up here in the northern hemisphere. And it's a time to really bloom and blossom. And I feel like you finally see that there's some sort of growth, and you can take action to this next level, right? You realize that you can't put on the same shoe that you were wearing at 5 years old versus 50 years old. So it's like there is a new energy for you to kind of acclimate to. I like this. You've been working hard for growth, and I see it showing up here for you. Now, we also have the Two of Cups. Beautiful. Some sort of union. Okay. Soulmate energy. This could be romantic. It can be attraction and law of attraction as well, but it's two becoming kind of one, or a partnership, some sort of collaboration where you're coming together in maybe marriage, okay, with the trust card. It could be a business contract coming together. This could be masculine and feminine within oneself that is leading you to this King of Cups as well. Okay, but I feel like there could be another person involved here, because we do have the Six of Cups as well. This could be a soulmate, or definitely a past life energy, but there's passion in the air. So whatever's happening for you, there's a lot of passion, and I feel like someone is taking action towards you. You are taking action towards someone else. And I also feel like there's more cooperation now with achieving your dream. If your dream has to do with love or partnerships or even family or children, I feel like something is being fulfilled for you this month. Someone could even pop the question, and I say that because you have the Page of Cups, imagination, and look at that. Not only does she see the ship coming in, which we kind of already know in the Three of Wands, that's typically the ships coming in, but you're on a journey, you're on a voyage, and this is going to be quite emotional for you. So there could even be some sort of reconciliation. I mean, sometimes the Six of Cups can be the card of the past, but it can also be embracing the passion of another. And because you have the Two of Cups here, I mean, this is more than just a love reading. We're going to look at career and other things as well. But I definitely feel for those of you who've been wanting intimacy, who've been wanting more passion out of life, more creativity in your career, and just feeling more alive than maybe you've been in the past. And I say that because you have the timing. And it's almost as if like the timing was off, or it felt like you had to prolong something. Some of you, maybe you wanted to move in with another person, but the jobs got in the way, or maybe you wanted to get married or you were engaged and just something got in the way. I feel like you are attracting with this law of attraction and Two of Cups, something beautiful entering into your world. This is manifestation. This is positive affirmations. This is magnetic energy. I see here a magnet. Some of you, this could be twin flame. I'm just going to put that out there. For those of you that are familiar with the twin flame dynamic, the runner and chaser, something is coming together here. And you may even create a vision board, or if you have created a vision board in the last year or even the last 3 to 5 years, I want you to pull out that vision board, or if it's digital, look at that, because they're showing me that something on your vision board, and maybe this is mentally, you've kept a goal, or you've really wanted something. It's like you are able to see it now. It's right on the horizon. You're chasing it, or it's coming towards you. I feel like there's more of a receptive energy, even though we have the King of Cups. Yes, kings are masculine, but cups are feminine energy. So I feel like you are embracing, receiving a really beautiful gift of the heart. I mean, this is gorgeous. Now, you also have here the Three of Pentacles, teamwork, making that dream work. So this could be, they're giving me 3 as well. So it could be you, a partner, and a child. It could be, I mean, maybe some of you, there is a third party that's helping a dynamic. I mean, maybe you're looking for a home and the third party is a realtor, right? I don't feel third party negative here. I really don't. It doesn't mean that couldn't have happened in the past, but you have double 3s here, and 3s are about creativity, and your creativity this month is enhanced, which makes complete sense again with you showing up in your energy, you know, Pisces season here. So this is a really interesting time for you to kind of refresh yourself. Some of you, you may be changing the way you look. Maybe you're getting your hair done or your hair cut. Some of you could be changing up the way that you dress or getting some new clothes. I also see travel here for a lot of you, because you see with this Knight of Cups, it's like travel. Some of you could be traveling by water or traveling near water. There could be a cruise. Some of you could be taking a cruise. You could be going kayaking or going boating or spending time, you know, in or above water. I mean, the amount of cups here is just beautiful. So what's missing? We do have, let's see, swords. So what's missing is the mental. So some of you, you have thought things through, but make sure that you do use, you know, logic when it comes to certain things, of course, but I feel like you're not letting the mind overrule you. That's why there's not a huge emphasis here on the swords, because maybe sometimes you get a little too much in your head. We all have been there, Pisces, but I feel like you are, you know, over that, and you're saying, I don't want to I just need a break from my own mind, from the overthinking, the overanalyzing. This month is for me, is what you're saying here. Even if your birthday, Pisces, was in February, I feel like you're still embracing this creative energy, this passion. I mean, the passion here can be intuition. It can be opening yourself up to more intuition, because maybe the mental mind was clouding your own intuition in a situation. And I feel like you're opening up to receiving with that law of attraction. So I like this. Double 3 energy. With the 6, some of you could even be seeing 369 frequency. So let's take a look at wealth, money, abundance, and career. Excuse me. You have the wings, you have the gears, and you have the seal. There is a contract coming in, and this contract looks really good. Be mindful. Some of you, I mean, this could be a good thing, but you could meet someone at work. Okay, if you're single, there's definitely a high level of passion, intensity, attraction coming in here. Now, of course, people meet people at work all the time. And if you're both emotionally available and it's a go, right? It's not something that could interfere, then awesome, go for it. Take action. But of course, just be mindful if this is a situation that could wind you up in a pickle later on. So I do see here that there could also be a gift of money coming your way, right? With that King of Cups. It may not even be I feel like it's a charitable contribution or some sort of gift that you're receiving back because you've put out good karma. Some of you may be in the clerical, administration, or writing profession, okay? Or you just are doing some paperwork. Maybe you're doing your taxes here in March, or you're looking at your papers, you're looking at your books. Some of you are signing on a dotted line because there is a new contract coming in here. Maybe you're renewing a contract or you get a better offer. I also see here with the gears that you could either be taking some time off, right? It says taking time off, but you're able to because you've been working really hard. And I feel like the money is still flowing to you even if you take time off. So what that means is some of you could have PTO, paid time off. Some of you could be able to work from anywhere in the world. Or for others of you, you have some sort of passive income where you don't have to be at the forefront to regenerate income. And I see that showing up here, or that could be something that you incorporate into a new income source in the month of March. Your money is starting to flow. This is beautiful. 3 of Pentacles is a really great energy to see that money flow because it means that there is some sort of collaboration, cooperation. People are working together. And if that wasn't the case in the past, I feel like there is mature action being taken with this King of Cups. And there's going to be some people coming and going possibly, right? Some ins and some outs, like the high tide and the low tide. But I feel like you are safe. It's almost like you are safe from some sort of struggle or merge or layoff. You have the sense of security here, okay? You have the security, and I feel like you are building, maybe building a business. Some of you could be moving buildings. You may work in a very large building here or a firm. I'm getting the word firm. Maybe it's a law firm. You may have a really good team, or you are manifesting or attracting a very good team. Yeah, because with the soul lessons, I see that you've had to learn some lessons the hard way when it comes to maybe finances, Pisces. But look at the wings showing up for you. This is all about rising above the fray, rising above money issues. If you are an entrepreneur, I definitely see March could be a big month for blossoming, right? Business taking off, profiting. If you are in the spiritual field of some sort with money, this looks highly favorable. Or it is you embracing your spiritual gifts and utilizing them, such as, law of attraction or pulling oracle cards to help you, or tarot cards to help you with a situation at work, even if you work at a bank, right? So I feel like you are using the tools that you have available on your spiritual path and mission, because we are all on a spiritual path and we all have a mission. And sometimes we utilize the tools in the physical, and a lot of times we use them through our intuition. And I feel like that's what you're doing this month. But it's like you realize that you have a mission and there's no stopping you. And that's why you have the action, and that's why you have the 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands, because the 3 of Wands is about feeling a sense of renewal. It's like you set your focus on something and you watch it grow, or you take action because you know that there's growth potential there. And that's what I see here with this 3 of Wands. You've made a choice, because we have the 2 showing up here. You've made a choice to be part of some sort of union, contract, or you've made a conscious choice to attract something into your world. Now that it's here, you're going all in. You're going for it. I like this. All right, let's look at love. What do we have here for love for Pisces? So a couple of stories going on, and this could merge into one story. Some of you still have your ex in your energy, okay? That doesn't mean that you're together physically, but perhaps there's some memories or there's some soul lessons, right? Maybe based on trust, maybe based on fidelity. There could have been secrets, there could have been commitment issues, and that could be something that still interferes. I'm also getting, if you are currently partnered up, it could be their ex. Or it could be, just I feel like there's a merger or there's something intertwined or tangled up where the time has come to clear the energy. Even though we don't have any endings, we do see some new voyages. And I feel like you are moving towards bigger and better. And so anything that no longer serves you, you're taking action. And that may be why you're required to take a leap of faith here. Because what you think about, you bring about. And if you're constantly focusing on the past or what someone did to hurt you or some, karma, some of you may even be in a karmic relationship. That can be the Six of Cups. This is definitely past life. Okay, maybe you're with someone now or maybe the energy is still of someone that you've built a life with or you have, learned a lot from. But I do see that there is opportunity, maybe even have children. Maybe that's why the ex is still in your life, because you could have children with them, or your ex really needs to work on healing their inner child. Okay, that's for some of you. Your love life benefits or increases, I should say, as you release because there's new love available here. But I see also that children could be a factor, and maybe that's why you are releasing some sort of energy to embrace this newness, new love, right? New love. A new person has sturdier romantic feelings because we do see passion. We do see coming together. I mean, this could certainly be a reconciliation, but I see here that if you want a reconciliation, then we need to release some past lessons. Don't forget the lesson, but release the emotion that shows up because of it, whether the emotion be anger or bitterness or resentment, because that's just going to hold you up in a state of opposition with the Two of Cups instead of coming together. Now, some of you are separating, you are parting, you are releasing, and that's going to bring new love into your world. So take it as it resonates for you. For those of you that are in a high level of commitment, I see that it's very important for you to drop down to your heart center. Maybe it's become too mental and it's become too routine, right? Because what happens when we start to do something over and over? Think of a computer system. You know when they have the autofill, you go on your computer or you go on your phone and you start to type something and then it autofills for you. That may be what's going on in a long-standing relationship, is something has become auto-filled. And that may be why we're not seeing swords here. You're being guided to re-spark the passion. You're being guided here to get off autopilot and come together, because I feel like some sort of wedge has been drawn in the sand between you and a partner. And maybe it is because there's growth. Maybe it's children. Maybe some of you are taking care of children. Maybe some of you are taking care of family, right? But I feel like it's important to either go on a second honeymoon or to come together and collaborate. Maybe join a hobby together or take a cruise. I also see someone's spouse could have bought a boat, right? Or maybe they want to buy some water toys or water equipment that is showing up here. All right, let's look at your soul's truth. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, I'm hearing the name Amanda. Amanda could be significant, or Mandy. Maybe it's there is a nickname as well that comes from that. Please take it as it resonates. It could be, anyone in your world. It could be you. It could be a grandmother. It could be a place. You have, what can I do to make a difference? I mean, who else would ask that besides you, Pisces, the dream weaver? You want to weave dreams. I'm also getting like the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I mean, maybe you're contributing to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Maybe your contributions, maybe you send in some sort of monetary contribution, or perhaps you've known someone or you live near a Make-A-Wish. I mean, I don't know anything about that or where it's located, but I feel like that could be significant for some of you. What can you do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Yeah, that's the lesson here. That's one of the soul lessons. So today's soul action, make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. Beautiful. And I feel like there's also a message here of how much you impact and you make a difference in the lives of others. Even if it's not acknowledged, even if someone doesn't come directly to you, Pisces, and say, wow, you've been such an inspiration. You've made such a difference in my life. How can I thank you? I feel like you will hear something of that nature at some point or another. But Spirit is saying, even if you don't get that confirmation directly, Spirit wants you to know that you are making a difference because you're living here with your mission, right? With your spiritual work, with your purpose. So you are making a difference in the lives of many. All right, what else do we have for Pisces? We have, am I communicating my needs? Well, what did we say earlier? You don't have any swords out here. So when we don't have a specific suit in a reading, there is significance in that. So are you communicating? Or are emotions getting the best of you? Are you communicating through your emotions, through maybe tears or through anger or through lack of suppression, through lack of being able to speak up? Because I feel like it is important here for you to communicate effectively. But because we do have a lot of water and we have Mars conjuncting, I think, Pisces and Venus. I mean, there's a lot going on astrologically. If you want to know more, sign up for the newsletter that comes out monthly. You can find that in the description box below. But it's important for you to not let your emotions get the best of you. It's really important for you to stay in the higher frequency of the King of Cups, because what happens when you're in the lower frequency is sometimes he's not in touch, right? He can be very cold, untrustworthy, very dramatic, whether that's you or someone around you. But I feel like it is important for you to find that balance and communicate what you need to communicate, because your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are fearing is not true? Today's soul action, Pisces, journal these answers. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter, and do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? So there is another message here. Someone may have a completely different love language than you. And it's important to not just get wrapped up maybe in the sheets. It's important to express yourself in other ways as well. For some of you as well, you could be fighting from a place of the inner child with the Six of Cups. I mean, I don't see any fighting here, but I do feel if we're not communicating, if we haven't learned some soul lessons, we can be fighting from that Five of Swords energy where it's like two 7-year-olds duking it out, right? Because they feel rejected, they feel isolated, they feel abandoned. And I feel it's important for you to communicate, but most importantly, feel safe in order to do so. And lastly, we have, to whom am I comparing myself right now? What you are able to see in another, Pisces, is only visible because it is within you. Ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. We're getting multiple cards around truth, or multiple, Truth, truth, right? It's showing up here numerous times. And so I feel like some sort of truth is required, is needed. This could be self-truth. It could be being honest with yourself about your needs, about your desires. Some of you may be people pleasers. You want to make everyone else happy, but what about Pisces, right? Today is soul action. Stop comparing and start creating. Remember what we said. Pisces, you are creation. You are highly creative, right? We are constantly the magicians, the alchemists of our lives. What do you want to brew up? Because I see here that you have some delicious, recipes, whatever that may be for you, ready to be stirred, ready to share, right? Think about creating a delicious meal. Some of you may even be chefs, or maybe you're cooks, or you would benefit from maybe hosting a gathering, hosting a party. But I see here that it's important to share in the task, have people help out, right? Maybe you felt like there was more than one cook in the kitchen in the past, but I see here that everybody could play a role and it could work beautifully, but you must trust. And maybe part of the lesson is allowing people to come help you, assigning cooking. And I'm talking symbolically here, of course, but it could actually be in the kitchen, right? Assign someone to cut some celery, assign someone to do the grocery shopping, assign someone to clean up, or work together as a team, right? Instead of maybe just feeling like, excuse me, you have to do everything all by yourself. Communicate. And as we say that, my throat chakra is a little bit tickly. So maybe you have a hard time asking for other people to help you or speaking up for what you need, because maybe you have a belief here of, I can do everything myself. I must take action. And last but not least, one of my favorite decks, there's 2 new decks here, and this is one of them. It is the Wild Unknown Archetype by Kim Krans, and it's one of my first circular decks, and I absolutely love the artwork and the illustration along with the energy. It's just phenomenal. I will link all of the cards used in the reading in the description box below, and this will also be highlighted in the newsletter for March as well. You have the riddle. And the riddle is all about the puzzle, right? It's about the question, the mystery. When it shows up as the light aspect, the higher frequency or the light frequency, it's all about a great awakening or an aha moment, right? Think of a Rubik's Cube. Think of working and working to find that right piece where all sides are matching, but it takes a little bit of thought. It takes a little bit of, consideration to working the magic in a sense. And I feel like a lot of you are going to have that aha moment. Now, when it's showing up as the dark side, it can be manipulation, deceit, or even trickery. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately, it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. That may be why you have the trust piece. Trust. You can take action here, right? But are you taking action towards, being more creative? Like it says, dropping and shifting out of maybe the logic to mythic, which again, not overanalyzing, not thinking so deeply that it's causing your emotions to get all intertwined here, right? To be able to open yourself up to creative ways to trust and to move forward. Ponder these koans. The coin that's lost in the river is found in the river. If you meet the Buddha, kill the Buddha. Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure what the koan is, if I'm even pronouncing that right, but it says, who am I? The only way to work with a riddle successfully is to not work. So I almost feel like you are putting the pieces together here. That's why you have cooperation, right? There is something here that you are either not meant to know, or I feel like there's an aha moment. It's like you get it, and that allows you to trust. That allows you to not feel like you have to know how everything comes into play, but being able to be in that energy of honesty, because you don't want to self-deceit. You don't want to manipulate. You don't want to be tricked as well, which is, that shows up as the dark side here. But I feel like whatever dilemma is showing up here, you're being guided to not put so much energy into it that it actually repels or pushes away the very thing that you want the most. And that's the law of attraction here as well. Timing is going to unfold. So the best thing that you can do, right, especially with that riddle energy, is detox from toxicities or from drama or anything that kind of distracts you. Release yourself from that. Step back from any situation, because you'll be able to see it from a new perspective. Excuse me. That is what I have for you, Pisces. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so very much for tuning in, and happy birthday to all of you Pisceans out there. Lots of love.